Oh god, I haven't played since the streamathon. And those were in just random spurts. Carmen. Oh, Carmen left. I hate to tell you, but I barely got to know you. I don't hate to tell you, but I didn't really get to know you. I even for all I know, this is just spam. Dinosaur track, I already have it. Of course, since it's been a bit, I gotta have the thing open just to double check. Have to rob the art museum. Yeah, I got all that neck and everything. So we're good. I was like, oh, right. Like, I knew Carmen moved in. I remember seeing, like, I mentioned something about her, but then it's not like I've been playing the past few days. Grizzly, Bob, Liz, Cherry, Freya, Hank, Eloise, Sally, Boots, Dottie, Lay, Lucy. But I haven't played since the streamathon, and even then, those were like random blurred moments of like, let's do this for a little bit, and then something else overtook it. Okay. Cherries, right. How could I forget? I think my other island that I left a bunch of pears on, but I just haven't been there when Tom Nook's open, are still just sitting there. On that other place, but you know, that's fine. I've been busy. Got a lot of things we're doing. Oh no, my pockets, they're full. Like, put that in there. Put it in the envelope. Let's get out my screen. Show me what you got. Well, I mean, if you insist, sir. No, I gotta go pull things out of my envelope. I know that may sound sexual, but it's not. I swear, it's just I literally jammed apples into an envelope. Yep, perfect 1,000. I don't think there's anything I'm gonna want to buy. Oh well. Do I have this art? Strange painting. I think I already have a strange painting. I didn't write the paintings down that I've donated. I'll double check. But I think I've already bought a strange painting. It's my prison envelope. I need my extra pockets. Wink, smile, nudge. Ugh. Okay, my computer's fine. I had to like listen. My computer booted up yesterday, and it felt like it booted up going like as if I was running Stranger of Paradise the entire time. Like it sounded like it wanted to take off, but all of my stuff told me the fans and everything were running normal speed. It just sounded louder, and then I full rebooted everything, and then it's like, yeah, we're back to normal. We're not as loud now. I was like, yeah, that's probably for the best. Oh, circuit. Marcus? Is that what that said? Wow. I think I'm going to continue to look like I have an egg on my head and armpits. Nobody wants armpit egg. This sounds awful. I gotta get back into being calm and relaxed because I've played Helldivers so much the last, like, a couple days that it's just been non-stop, be on alert and shoot every fucking thing. Oh yeah, we already had a strange painting. Showing off some of that liberty and democracy and freedom by eradicating, I mean respecting an entire planet. Puzzle. I want it. I want it. I want it. No, yeah, that's pretty much what I said. Respecting. Some people might only understand me calling. Oh, right, he built that new bridge. Only will understand the respecting joke because of someone I watched. They wanted to go and respect nature, and by respecting nature, it was glitch a bunch of animals in a hunting game up against a corner and then just fired a 357 Magnum at it over and over or whatever it was. Whatever the fuck, like a big ass Magnum at a bunch of animals over and over, and that was respecting it. So, to me, that's why when I jokingly, I'm like, I'm gonna respect the shit out of this planet. I'm eradicating everything. You'd think it sounds like Fallout, but really it was a hunting simulator style game, like Call of the Wild or whatever the hell it was. Call the Hunt or whatever the fuck they call the hunting games that they've made recently. Why I'm still hitting a rock. I don't need to anymore. I found Money Rock. I have one item. Well, I guess I'll take a look. That's just a shirt. I don't want the shirt. Like, as much as I want to keep playing Helldivers, it's not that great solo, and also, I gotta play other shit. There's some other shit I've been in the mood to play that we gotta get working on. Oh, sweet. I dug up someone's Clue land. What? The fuck did I just read? So if I don't get to it this week, next week, we're gonna try to work and finish Final Fantasy 16. Back. God, I don't have my back scratcher. I meant to get one. I didn't. So we can get ready for more Final Fantasy. It's like, oh man, you're gonna beat Final Fantasy 16. What's the next game on your list? Final Fantasy? Because it took me this long to beat it, so that I'm just going right into another one. Son of a bitch. I hope by the time that this is just what happens. I'm like, all right, I'm on to this Final Fantasy, and we're on the next one. It's not even my RPG like list. Like, it's not like we're playing Final Fantasy like 8 to 9 to whatever, like the older ones. It's like, no, I just keep playing new one to new one. I don't want to talk to you. You're gonna tell me to fucking turn on shit again, aren't you, Tortimer? I don't wanna. Someone's in an igloo. Did I get all the fossils? No, I only found 2. There's usually at least 3. Like I said, I'm all for, however, next Final Fantasy is going to be, since at this point it's just a bunch of crazy shit and seeing what goes on. God, where did that go? Why did that minimize on me? OBS, come back. Thank God it didn't close. It just minimized. Would have been awkward. I just abruptly end. I found a fossil. Goodbye. But, you know, we'll see how Final Fantasy VII plays out, you know, because they want to make the series vets and newbies alike surprised at the twists and turns, and it's not just a callback. It's a whole new experience. Oh boy. I mean, I'm not that picky, so I'll probably still be easily entertained and confused, and that's about as far as I was going to say slightly aroused, but I mean like everybody is when they see Tifa or Aerith or Barrett's sweet, sweet gun hand. Or Sid or whatever shows up. I still gotta figure out what's wrong with my resolution on this. My capture like got all fucked on this screen, so I gotta still fix it. I just kind of went with what shows the most at the moment until I can get this fixed again, because for some reason it pooped itself. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't look at remake and say it's gonna be the same. I don't look at that as that. I would look at a remaster. More so that I wish that we would just call a remaster. Like if we upped the graphics entirely and changed everything. Why is this like this? We call it, because I know remaster is just, oh, it can play on modern consoles and it's just a slightly updated graphics or resolution. But I kind of wish. Oh God, what the fuck did I just do? Thank God no one could see that. Yeah, let's go with that. But I knew it wasn't going to stay to anything like the original. It was going to change a lot of shit up. It was going to be different. And, you know, it's just how it's going to be. I don't know how they advertise it, but again, I don't ever get mad or upset at how they advertise shit because I don't read into it. I think originally they might have wanted to do it exactly the way they, like, original played out, and then they realized, wait a minute, we could just, like, really fuck around with this shit, because we can finally make Final Fantasy VII in a way that we want. So, while keeping some things true and changing others. Who knows? I don't really care either way. I still find it fun. Like I said, I mostly enjoyed 7 Remake. I just didn't care for the Shade Whisper things, whatever they're called. And the final chapter wasn't the worst, but it definitely felt like I was doing a bit of Kingdom Hearts style gameplay, but I didn't mind it. They had to go with some ridiculous finale to leave you being like, all right, we're going to be on our way. No cockroach. I haven't played in a while. And all of them, they're gone. You know, later on, your character will celebrate when you get them all. I leave my TV on. It's like a horror game. What the hell is this? Oh, I found someone's... That's what I thought it was, but I'm like, I don't recognize the name. Sweet, now I have baseball and Clue Land. I'm not touching these until, like, the end, because I don't know if it's going to break shit when I try to play them. So I will wait until the very end of, like, playing this series out for the GameCube. Before I worry about it. Yeah, that's the biggest issue, was them as a plot device. I wish it really wasn't, but who fucking knows. Either way, I'm so excited to see how things play out. I don't really have any, like, expectations or hopes of anything. I'm just like, another Final Fantasy game. I like Cloud and all the cast of characters in 7, so we'll just see how fucked it all gets. I don't know. I have an easier time following something like 7. And I maybe it's just because I haven't played the others in so long, but, like, I find it easier for me to be invested in 7 regardless of the bullshittery than 16. But I think 16 just has too many fucking, like, cards in play. Like, they're telling me all about this war and all these different characters trying to do stuff that there's just too many and my brain can't keep track of it because I have a shitty attention span. But there's a lot of lore in 16 that they just spill out to you, and it's not even all of it. You can still read into so much more, and then, like, I'm just like, holy fuck. Thank God I know the basics of what the hell Clive's doing. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have an easier time following 7 because it's simpler. Even 10 to some degree. And I can't say for some of the others because I never played 8, 9, anything below 7. I didn't play... I kind of could follow what was going on in 12 for the most part. But I couldn't tell you what's happening now because I haven't played it in forever. One day I'll beat that game. I'll start over it for like the 80th time and maybe I'll actually stick to it. And I remember bits and pieces of 15, which was like, you know, I know people didn't like the second half because of the way it was done and more linear, as well as it's kind of all over the place. On top of, like, you can watch like a movie to get like the setting of everything going on too. It's really broken up. It's interesting, but it's a bit of a mess for a casual person. And I remember the basics of 13, I think, with the whole, like, you're destined to do this, but... And then you just become, like, a crystallized version after you've completed your task, or you become this other thing. But there was a lot of extra lore in that, too, but I feel like you know, the interest of shit was good. Like, I just don't remember all of the extra background politics of it. I usually just remember the, like, this is your goal, this is what you're trying to accomplish. And I'm like, okay, we're trying to get Lightning's sister back. Or figure out how to stop all this shit from constantly happening over and over. And then I don't know what happens in the other two, 13-2 and fucking Lightning Returns. Eventually I'll play these games, but I don't know. I feel like I had an easier time following those. But then, like, you're trying to do shit with Clive, and then it's like, in 16, and then it's just like, here is a massive lore dump. There's a war going on between these. These guys are trying to take the land, and then it's like, that's cool and all. Everyone's got a fucking power person on their side. They're all fighting for this. The world's dying to a blight of some shit because of the crystals. Everyone's trying to fight over a little bit. It's like, I get the basic grasp of it, but then they, like, dump this whole history lesson on you, and I'm like, I don't think it matters to me that much. Like, it's cool to know, but that it should be more added in a glossary than it is, like, spoken to me in a drawn-out cutscene. Because there's a lot of people that are going to be interested in that shit, and that stuff's cool, and I like to look into it after the fact. Because it's like, now that I realize what my game, like, story was, I like to read into it when I'm done streaming. But for a cutscene, that drawn out for all that stuff is not as interesting to me as if, like, a long drawn out Metal Gear cutscene is talking. I don't know. Because at least that one feels more like an over-the-top dramatic movie in Metal Gear games, but that is just a history lesson that I feel like I'd get in my school. Because I love long, drawn-out cutscenes if they're fun, especially if they're crazy cinematic and enjoyable. Sometimes 16 goes into these deep conversations. They're moving this. Here's the background about this city. And I'm like, cool. Eventually, we'll be running through a lot of Final Fantasy games. I say a lot, but whatever I can play whenever I stop having such a sporadic, fucked up attention span. I want to give the ones before 7 a shot, 1 through 6 or whatever the hell. I'm just scared of the older the game gets, my ability to play them or complete them. I can combat decent enough, but it's the grind and or the direction of where I'm supposed to go is the problem. I sometimes get confused, lost, both, or overwhelmed. There's a lot of JRPGs that are like that, where I'm like, I want to play this, but I don't know how it will go. And that's why I feel like I should just try it. And then if it doesn't flow well for the stream, or I don't think I can do it, then we just move on. So I'm not sitting there wondering. Like, it doesn't hurt to try and then just see what happens. But I get so hesitant about it that I just don't start anything and we just go somewhere else. It all sounds like a fun shit show that I'm gonna have one year when I eventually get to it. Look, Tom Nook, I caught more red snappers so I can pay off your debt more. I'm still deciding when I eventually, hopefully, finish Persona 1. I was originally going to be like, we'll do both the stories in that, but I might just move on because on how bad I am at staying consistent at it. But I'm still wondering if I'm even going to play 2 or the multiple 2s, or if I'm just going to move on to just playing the original 3 and then eventually the remade 3 so that I can then compare the 2. When it comes to Persona stuff, I still don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then maybe down the line revisit the old one, like maybe play 2 as a classic Tuesday thing down the road when I'm like played the other ones. Maybe when I get a little more comfortable in the Persona style of things, because I'm still not quite like still not quite comfortable playing it. Yeah, I hope 13 might be an easier time for me now that I realize a Final Fantasy game you're supposed to grind in it. When I was younger, I didn't grind 13, and every battle took me about an hour and a half. I don't know how we were living, but I can tell you we weren't doing enough damage for the large chunk of health bars everyone had. I'm sitting here just wanting to see the next cutscene. I was like, I'm enjoying the story. Fuck everything else. Meanwhile, a fight will take me, like, forever. Because I didn't grind. I just try to skip fights. But yeah, I haven't come to a decision. I haven't come to a decision yet on what I'll do with Persona yet. And I have a couple ideas of what I'll do when I finish Last Remnant, but it really just strikes me as what the mood is by then. I do have a lot of different, like, I have a handful of JRPGs that I own and RPGs, and then I have, like, a lot that I want to buy and try out. I mean, all I need to do is actually fight and gain my experience. Like, I just ran for about 90% of my fights in Final Fantasy 13. Didn't get anything that I needed for equipment or whatever the game had for me to make myself better. Didn't do any of that. Got to later parts of the game and wondered why I'm not doing enough damage and having to use like a million fucking Phoenix Downs. Turns out when you just want to see the cutscenes and not play the game, it hurts you. Like, who knew? Good job, past me. Too bad I don't have 13 for my Xbox. I wonder if I don't even think I have the save anymore. I was like, I want to know when the last time I played and what my shit looked like. I wish I could look at it again. I have all the games, all the 13 ones, I think, on PC, but I know they run a bit funky because I don't think they're good ports, but and who knows if they'll even work, but, you know, we'll figure it out. I have a lot of Final Fantasy to eventually play, and if I even decide to add 1 through 6 into the rotation at some point, that adds even more nonsense, but I don't know if I ever will yet. I haven't gotten myself confident enough in that. Yeah, we'll see. I think I mean, I own a good chunk other than 1 through 6. I know there's some Final Fantasies I don't have other than those. I think I don't own, like, what the hell was it? Like, Final Fantasy Type 0 or some bullshit? I don't remember what that one was called. I think that's one of the, Final Fantasy games, ones I don't have. That isn't, like, 11, which is the other MMO. I forget what the hell they called that one. We do own World of Final Fantasy or whatever the fuck it's called, which I like how I'm like, I'm gonna play this, and then where we are, I haven't played it. I'm the worst. There are times where I'm frustrated at myself. So many games I want to play, and then I get so excited about it, then I don't do it, and then I burn myself out on not doing it. Yeah, I've never played either, so I wouldn't know. I don't even think I own it. If I do, I bought it in like a bulk of other games, but I don't think I own that one. I might, though. I'll know what I own and don't own physically and digitally when I one day go through my list of shit. Especially since I still have to get all my physical copies out of my bin that when I moved. I haven't like fully moved into my room. Like all of my physical copy of games are still like stuck in a container. I still haven't even found my Wii U. But we haven't exactly had the time to look for it. I've streamed for the past like 2 weeks straight, and then also stuff with family happened, so we've been moving very slowly. But there's a lot of those things that I want to play. Final Fantasy related to just not Final Fantasy RPG, JRPGs, or strategy style games, or things like Fire Emblem. And so, like, there's a lot. So many of them, Persona and all that I want to try. I really need to just do that, but I get very weird about how I want to do things, and I just don't focus a game like I should. It's like I mentally get myself excited to do something, and like I said, I think I just burn myself out on the thought of it, and then I just don't do it. Bing, bing, bing. Shoulder itches. There used to be a time where I played 3 games on stream, where I would do like 3 on a day, where I would play the 2 games, and then the final part of the night was RPG related. That's why I used to be able to get through some of them a little bit faster, because I'd play them almost every day. But now, I stopped, and now it would be even harder for me to do that, because at late at night I turn into a fucking whispering streamer where I'm like much quieter, and I still hate it. I don't like the way everything sounds when I'm playing late at night. But if I could, I probably would do the 3 games thing again, just so I could start focusing some, so I could play Last Remnant, play Persona and stuff a little more frequent. I just don't. But like I said, I'll figure out what I want to do with Persona, because I don't know if I want to do 2. Not that there's anything wrong with the 2 variants of 2 or whatever. Time for the power of morning. Everyone's favorite Helldiver ship. Brandon will have all the things by the next time we play, because he's playing it more than I am. You'll be so powerful. And then I'll accidentally kill him. Yeah, I think I'm only like one level away from 15, but that's just like I've just done missions, but I'm not. Occasionally, I've been doing some of the missions like when I get to play, but I haven't really been playing that much. I only did a little bit the other day because Zane was playing. But if I do anything solo, I'm not even doing like a lot of the extra. I'm just like complete objective and leave. So I'm not making a ton of extra shit like I'd like. And I still need to get a bunch of rare samples so I can get my other upgrades done for my ship. Want to play some other stuff. As much as I do want to play it, I'm like, I gotta play other things. Got a lot of other shit I gotta get to doing. If I don't, I just won't be here. I'll just be playing Helldivers. Damn it. It's a fucking A button. Yeah, that's all I could really do. I mean, I tried one time challenging on my own, and it's like slightly could do it, but it just turned into me getting smacked around a lot. And it's not like I can go out and look for samples. I'm not trying to explore when I'm on my own. And if anything, I'm just doing it to build money. I'll save the sample hunting for when we're playing because it'll be a lot easier. Yeah, I feel like if I'm gonna do like, cause I'm taking forever on one anyway, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to go right into two. I feel like I just want to play 3 originals so I can see it, and then eventually play the remake version of it or whatever, the new one, to compare. But like 2 is kind of in its, for me, its own thing. But I'm like, I don't know. It's like there's a lot to do in 2, and I don't know. I could always go back at some point. I just kind of want to move on. Because I'm probably, even if they mention shit, it's going to go over my head. Like, because of how long and how many breaks it's going to take me to play through 2 anyway. Shit's going to fly over my brain. So unfortunately, I don't play consistently like a lot of people do. I play a lot of things and get nothing done. I think out of all the games in my series of things that I play, Yakuza is probably the only thing that's moved along the most. Everything else has been like, I think I've gone through 2 Yakuza games before I've even fucking, like, yeah, I think I went through 2, if not 3 Yakuza games before I finished Pokemon, so. Alright, one more set of fishing, and then we'll move on to other stuff. They just keep talking to each other and then just changing shirts and getting upset or mad, or like mad upset at each other, or happy excited. 'Cause I can't word. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I'd care that much about like the little things in lore, and I can always read up on them. Even if it's a key component to the social link thing. When I play the games, I mostly just care about whatever's going on with said characters in the game. And what's happening around them. Nah, you could have looked left. Alright, well, fuck you too. Didn't want you anyway, fish. Gotta grab the fish. Pay back all the debt. We're getting there. We're at like 300, I think it was, 300,000. So a handful of days left before we're finally finished. How much, depending on how much I make on and off the recording and the streams, because I do tend to like, I'll sit here and just listen to VODs while I'm fishing. I haven't done it this past few times because we were doing a streamathon, so I didn't really have the time, and I've been helping with family, so I haven't really been sitting down to just do this. Plus Helldivers, I've been having fun with that, so. So I think when it comes to when I play Persona 3, the original one, I think I'm playing the console version, the one that isn't portable or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I'm playing the, not the original, whatever the fucking between the two. I think I'm playing the console one, whatever is what I said, FES. Because I heard that one would be better for at least story-wise. And I could always go back and do portable at another time if I wanted, but more than likely I'm just going to go to the new one after. Yeah, Persona, I mean, there's connections and little remnants and things talked about, but I feel like Persona you can just kind of play whatever. Because I still got a good grasp of everything, and I played 5 without even touching any of the other ones, so. I just, you know, for me, it's one of those. I like to play the older one before the new because I'll never go back probably to play the older ones because mechanically and or quality of life changes. Not much. A lot of just fishing. I'm not really doing a whole lot. Just making money with fish. And another boot. Damn it. I think that was the Persona one I was going to play was FES, and then see how that goes. You know, I think a lot of people said portable was easier, but it's all fucking subjective. It's like, it's most of the, everything's easier for a lot of people. I struggle because I'm not, I don't know all the tips and tricks. Nor do I care to learn. Alright, we'll get this fish delivered, sell, pay some debt, and then that'll be it, because I want to move on to my other things. I want to get some playing done. Get some of my other games work done. Oh, he was happy for a moment, then he stopped. I mint. Oh, destroyed those. I'll get new ones. Tom Nook, the flowers are destroyed. I need new ones. Stat. Good. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, it's a steal. You're stealing from me. The Guy Fieri umbrella. Perfect. It's like nothing ever happened. I know there's like a ending or a special thing in FES. I think it was. I don't remember, but I heard it was kind of a pain. I can't remember if it was that or Portable. There was like an extra chapter, and I was like, I don't know if I'll care. I just want to play until credits roll, and that's it. Any extra shit I can watch on a YouTube video if it's supposed to be harder, or I can read. That means you stole 254,000. Shake a tree. Alright. That's good. Got what I wanted. Made some progress. We're at least under 300,000 when it comes to our debt, so almost there. Right. getting there. We'll pay that debt sooner or later, Mr. Nook.